Hello, this is Duntov. So today, right now, I'm in front of Treasure Island here, and I'm showing some of the Formula One track. It is race week over here in Las Vegas. So they're gonna have the race Saturday night, but they do qualifying, I think practice is Thursday, qualifying Friday, then the race will be Saturday. So they're getting ready for all that right now. But I want to show in front of Treasure Island. In one of my last videos over here, I was talking about the pirate show, that it was all over the local news and internet, and that they were going to bring back the pirate show over here in front. Well, Treasure Island released an official statement, and they did say that that is not true. So pretty much this is how it's going to be. No pirate show. You can just come and see the ships out front, but that's it. So you see how rumors spread on the internet really fast. All right, so I'm going to make my way over to the Hard Rock. We're going to check out the tower. I do have my Pocket 3 camera, so we'll be putting that up over the wall. We can see over here how they're setting up a lot of stuff for the, getting ready for the race. So I'm not sure how they're gonna block off over here. You can see they don't have this area blocked off. So I think you're gonna pay. It does say you could go in Gillies. So this is Gillies here. So I guess you watch it from inside there through the glass. But this is the straightaway right now. So you're gonna have these cars going over 200 miles an hour down this straightaway. I don't know how much you're really gonna see. I've never been to the Formula One race. This is the third year that it's been out here in Vegas. So I'm just curious how they're going to do that. You can see all the clouds. Yesterday was a really rainy day, and we do have rain that's supposed to be coming back again today, and I think all the way up till Friday. So I don't know how that's going to affect all the the race. I guess Formula One, they race in rain or shine, but if I'm paying all that money, I don't want to be sitting in the bleachers in the rain. Okay, as you can see here, they closed off the entrance to Treasure Island. So you do have to go around the back way. And then if we look up at the walkway there, you can see how they covered that up. You can't see out that glass anymore. So we're gonna walk down here. I don't think there's any kind of security or anything. I should be able to put the camera up over the wall. It does look like they're pumping concrete. I do see the concrete arm up there. So as we get closer, we will check it out. Don't know how well you can see that. The Venetian, last time I was here, they were setting up all their grandstands. We could see that they have them all finished over there. So that's, if you remember that they were setting that up, that is where they had they drained the water out of the canal, so no gondola rides. Guess you get a good view if you're a construction worker working on this guitar tower. Just go up there and you can watch the whole straightaway. So you can see all the clouds back there behind the building. All right, if we look at the small side, that would be the east-facing side. We can see they got 3 levels of the glass on that side there. I was just peeking in through the fence, seeing if there's anything to see there. All right, as I'm walking here now, I just noticed if you look at the top of these Sunbelt rental fences, they do have like the tarps that they're gonna, right now they have them zip tied up, so they'll be able to cover up these fences over here so you won't be able to watch either. All right, we got the camera up over the wall here. So this would be the south facing side. You can see they got a lot more of the glass put in here. It's actually looking really good. You can see the different, the 2 different shades of blue that they're doing. And it's kind of cool how you can see the cloud reflections in the glass. Let's zoom in a little bit here. All right, and we can see how they're putting the glass on the side there also. Alright, that would be the back crane there, the west crane. Looking good. All right, so we got this right here. If we look down in here, I saw Vegas Pauly C posted a video. He had a tour of the construction site. And if I'm not mistaken, it was kind of in this area. They're going to have a tunnel because cars will be driving, you know, dropping people off up, driving like underneath here. So I have to guess that this might be the tunnel where you're going to be able to walk from where I'm at, Las Vegas Boulevard, and walk into the property, you know, without having to worry about all the traffic. I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive this is the area that they were showing. And we got the crew. This is as far as I could zoom in on this camera, but you can't see there's a lot of people working down in there. It's hard for me to make out on the, looking at the viewfinder. It kind of looks like they're putting rebar in. So once it's downloaded, we'll all be able to see together, I guess. You know, because that's going to take you right where, so you can see right back in there, the steel going up. That's where the atrium used to be, all in this area. So that'll bring you like into the casino area this way. we come around here, we can see the, so this would be the southeast corner. The sign, it kind of looks like it's even stripped down more. Pretty much just the bare frame. Okay, we can see all the equipment and stuff stored here along the three podium. Don't know what that would mean. It looks like something for forms. Let me zoom out. I'm gonna pan all the way around. I don't know if you'll be able to see much of the strip. All right, so there you go. If you're in Las Vegas right now, if you could say you drove on a Formula One racetrack, that's it right there. Sponsored by American Express on this end. It's looking good. This is going to be a big presence on Las Vegas Boulevard when you're driving north, or really either direction when this is finished. So you can see all them like safety netting all the way on all the sides there now, with all the stuff above so it don't fall and hit anyone or anything down below. Alright, I'm gonna make my way. I'm gonna go down to the north end closer to Treasure Island. We'll see what it looks like from that side. Well, this is looking pretty cool here. Or let's see if he goes down inside. No, he's going around. I don't know. Alright, I just moved over, went through the tunnel. We can see right here the tower cranes. So they do have more glass going in on this side. So from here you actually get a good perspective, see how big the bracing is that they're putting on these tower cranes. Like, I don't know if they lift their own braces up. If I had to guess, I would say they would. because those are really long to, you know, put them out. So they probably lift their own bracing and then they, you know, secure it. All right, let's check out the building, see how more glass is coming out, the gold glass. On this side, not too much. You could just see the bottom, you know, the bottom few floors right there above the lower, you know, that lower building there. We do have the concrete trucks. So they should be pumping up. When I was down by Treasure Island, the arm was out, but as you can see from here, we can't really make it out. I'm too close. So can't see it here. Anyone that works like on these sites, so you know, they're calling we might have more rain today. So how long does this concrete gotta set usually before the rain won't, you know, mess it up? That's what I'm wondering. I mean, if you saw my Tropicana video on Friday of last week, they poured some of the first level, the concourse level, and then we got a lot of rain on Saturday, and you know, I guess that was all fine. So I guess it sets, you know, pretty quick, and then the water doesn't bother it. Let me zoom out so we get a little better view here. All right, got all the trucks waiting to pump. All right, I'm gonna make my way over to Treasure Island, and I want to go up on the parking deck so we could check out from up there, and then I could use my other camera and zoom in more, and that way we could see this other side of the Mirage towers and see what they're doing with the glass, and if they start putting any new glass. So I'm gonna make my way back to Treasure Island and get up on their parking deck over here. Okay, I'm now in the parking deck here, but I couldn't get up on the top level. So I found a good view of the guitar tower. I just want to show some of the very top. We can see how they're bringing in the rebar cages right here. You know, this way they're making the guitar is going to curve back in. It'll come back in a little bit, and then it'll go back out and then around the top. So you can see right there, they do have part of that cage hooked up to this tower crane. Right there, but I don't see anybody like working on it to secure it. It looks like it goes on right there to the other one. There are people there, so maybe it was a long one and they're securing it down there. Sorry for the shake, I'm just zoomed in all the way there. So it must have just been that long that they just put the whole thing up. Alright, let me pan on over. I do see some people. We got the crew working over here. You'll be able to see the pump arm over here, and then right there. It looks like they just disconnected. Yep, you can see the cable going up, so they just hooked up one of these cages over here. Sorry for moving back and forth. I want to show back this original one. There is someone now climbing up. He might be just unhooking the cable. Let's watch and see what he does. Or he looks like he's climbing down now. Oh yeah, that's what he did though. You can see that cable's unhooked also. So here you go. Alright, let's look at the concrete pump arm. I do see them moving it. Alright, I could actually see the end of it. They're lowering it down right now. If you look, you can see it swinging around over here. And you could just see how quick they already loaded something onto this back crane. And they're going to move that on down, probably off of the tower. So it looks like they're just installing all of these. If I had to guess, all these, or these could be what they're pumping right now. I'm not sure. You can see him working on that area right around the forms going around the column. So maybe that's what they're doing, pumping the concrete into them today. I'm not sure. But if we look at the other side, they don't have any of the forms around these columns yet, where it looks like they're still lifting these ones into place. Alright, so I want to zoom in down below. So we do, being I'm on this lower level, we do have this parking deck in my way, but if we look right across where I'm standing, see this area here, I'm almost positive this would be part of the tower. You can see the angle there, so I'm just trying to figure out, or that must be the bend. We're not getting a good focus here. You know, maybe that's the bend, the bottom of the guitar, if we follow it around. See right there how it's going to come down, and I'm not sure if that lines up with their right. It looks like it might, but it's kind of straight. Could that be like an escalator? I can't make it out. You can see them moving the cable around there, hanging from this back crane. Looks like they're waiting for the elevator. Alright, I'm gonna make my way down to the other corner, so I should be able to see some of this Mirage tower. So you can see from here, what I do notice is on the part facing out front, they do have some people on the lift over here. Or I don't see any people on it, but they must have got out on that floor. But so they are going up. So I'm gonna make my way over. I can see a little bit of the tower over there, but can't make it out. So let's walk to the other end. Alright, I moved down over here on this parking deck. See something getting picked up pretty big over here, some big forms. And you get a good look at the clouds in the background there. Looks like the storm's coming in over the mountains over there on the south end. Alright, since we're looking this way, we do have, you can see some of the side glass here. I have yet to see them lifting these ones into place, so this one you can see that level's not completely done yet. Oh yeah, thank you for the comments on the last video. I was talking about these right here where I thought they were kind of like where they could lower material onto the different levels, and a lot of comments saying yes they are, and these ones actually slide in and out, kind of like a tray that will slide out. So thanks for the comments. All that rebar going in there. I think that's what we saw them working on earlier before I moved down. Now they did put the pump arm, you can see right there they folded it back up, so it must be done for now, pumping the concrete. Let me go over here. This is, now it's going to go behind the building. Yep, so by the back there, back behind the Venetian, there's been a helicopter hovering around. You know, back that way, that's kind of where the track is. You know, the track goes back behind, and it also, you know, the main paddocks and the, what do you call, the start and finish line is back that way. So I'm assuming there's a lot of footage and press and, you know, everything going on for the race here. Okay, let's show this old Mirage tower. You can see right here they got 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like about 5 of the lower levels cleared out. I still don't see any new glass going in, so still looks like they're gonna strip the whole building and then, you know, put the new glass however. So there's a crew working on this area here. See right there, my last video, we did see how they pick up that black, like, basket looking thing. So they're assuming they're putting stuff into there. It looks like they're kind of removing the trim first. You can see how it's the gold trim, then over here how it's white now. Like, it looks like they kind of took the trim off. Looks like they're moving down a little. Not sure if the glass, if they put that into them baskets, how they lower it up and down. Alright, so it does look like there is glass right in front of where they're at. How the little bit of the top part's gone already. So you can see they're working their way up. Right next to them, they did take all the way up on that other strip. And then if we look at the west, this would be the tower, you know, all the way west. There is another crew over here working on something. Kind of looks like they got little pieces of the gold glass that they're removing. You can see right there, they have some right there. But then right below, it's all gone now. So that's what it looks like they're taking off over here. You can see how there's people in the building also working. Sorry for the shake here. I'm gonna try to lock the when I'm zoomed in this far, any little movement, it moves a lot. Alright, I actually was able to, no, see, I locked the tripod, then it falls down. Doesn't want to stay. Alright, but you can see how they're working on getting that glass off right now. We'll watch it for a few minutes just to see if we could see them do it. So there's above. There's below. They just lowered that black bucket down. Alright, so there's, you can see how they're pulling that trim off right there. Alright, so we got more levels on this side coming off. More glass, more everything going up on the guitar tower. So if you're not following and you would like to follow along with this build, please subscribe to my channel, Raiders1967, to get updates on this guitar tower build, as well as the new Allegiant Stadium build going in. So I guess that's all we got for today. Anything you liked about it, if you could give me a thumbs up, that would be greatly appreciated. Leave me some comments. And I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Talk to you next time.